All right, so now we are recording and we are doing office hours. We talk about this every time we meet, the why of doing office hours. And we're doing this to make sure that we can share resources across the region. This last month, we've done a lot of the AT lending libraries to find out what resources are available. But be keeping in mind your own personal why about why you're joining us today. Whenever we think about assistive technology, we think through the SET framework, and that's thinking about the student, the environments, the tasks, and then the tools. So especially today, as we're thinking about things in our AT lending library in Region 3, make sure that as you're thinking about those tools, how could you use them with an individual student in any given environment to do certain tasks? Of course, we always have a lens of equity looking over all of that to make sure that we are getting each student exactly what it is they need. Our agenda, we're going to have some sharing by our guests. We have several people here today that are going to be sharing with us, and then we'll make sure that we have time for Q&A and a brief wrap-up at the end. Today, we are lucky to have with us here today several members of the Region 3 Assistive Technology Community of Practice, or COP. We have Krista Sievertson, Tina Olson, and Shannon Proul in order of their upcoming appearance, but I will have them each introduce themselves as they start talking too. And I will click through the slides, everyone, so just let me know when you want me to advance the slides, but I will pretty much move to the next slide and then mute myself and let you guys do your magic.
All right. Hi, everybody. This is Krista Sievertson. I am the autism specialist at the Duluth Edison Charter Schools and a member of the Assistive Technology Community of Practice. And today we're going to be going through some of our new lending library items that you can borrow for free. We have a ton of other ones available, and at the end, Shannon's going to tell you how you can access them. But we just wanted to get started and show you some of the new things that we have that are pretty exciting. So Julie, go ahead and show us the first thing. So for each of these, we have a video demo from the company. And the first one here is a C-Pen reader. And this is a super cool tool for reading assistance, and it has a bunch of other features that the video is going to tell us about. So we're going to hopefully be able to view that right now.
Hi, I'm Jim and I work for Scan Pens, and today I'm going to be talking about one of our products, which is the Reader Pen. The Reader Pen is used for helping people who are dyslexic, also to help people to improve their English. So the main core feature of the Reader Pen is to scan over printed text and then read it back aloud to you. So basic feature is it's a bit like a highlighter, and you scan over, lift it up, and then it will repeat it back to you. You can plug in headphones and listen back to it via headphones, or you can listen to it through the speaker. So I'm just going to now scan over something and show you how it works.
The C-Pen exam reader.
So you can see there it speaks in quite a really clear voice, and then if you have missed it, you can use the buttons on the C-Pen and press it back and it will replay it back again. And you can do this as many times as you like, just to capture that one word, or you can replay back the sentence as well. The other feature is the dictionary feature. So you can scan over one word, and not only can you get the word read back to you, but you can also get the definition read back to you from the dictionary. You can use the dictaphone, which is great for auditory learners, especially myself, which would allow me to record my own voice clips and then listen back to it. Another great feature is the scan to file feature. You can use this to scan text, save it onto the 1 GB storage. You can upload that onto the computer, or you can use it and have it saved on the internal hard drive on the pen, and you can listen back to it as many times as you like. Another good key feature is that there has other languages on this pen. On this one there is French and Spanish, so you can scan over something that's French or Spanish and it'll read it back not only in that accent but also in French or Spanish that you choose to use. I'm just going to go through some of the settings. So there's the TTS settings, which you can use to change the speed that it speaks, but you can also use the word pause, which will allow you to pause a couple of seconds between each word. This is a great feature to use for someone who's learning to read or has dyslexia. You can also change the left to right-handed settings. So anyone who's left-handed can change it, and it flips the Reader Pen, the screen around, so someone left-handed can use it, and you can then scan left to right and the pen will always read it from the left-hand side that you would naturally read it from. You can adjust it so you can have the time and date personalized to yourself as well. And with the Reader Pen, you get software upgrades, which you can get for free on our website at readerpen.com.
Great, it worked. So the Reader Pen has been a great tool for us in our schools. We have them assigned to particular students, as well as available in our resource room for students who are coming in and need extra support with reading. And it's been really great, especially for kids who need directions read out loud for tests, so that they're able to use the Reader Pen to do that for them without having an adult sitting next to them. So it really increases their independence. So for each slide, in addition to the video, we also have a link to the manufacturer if you want to take a look at a little bit more about it, and if you want to check it out, we have them available in our library. We head to the next slide, and I think Tina is maybe next, unless I saw a hand raised. Was that Tina?
Yep, the PowerLink. The PowerLink 4 is a newer PowerLink that you plug in appliances, blender, light switches, anything that has a plug that you can plug in. There is also, you can get switches to activate those. And then you can also get wireless switches now that don't have those cords in between the person and the appliance. So it makes it a little bit more handier. The PowerLink 4 is new. We do have one in our lending library, which is better than the big metal clunky thing that most people have that are blue, I think. Just a lot more, you can check how many times someone clicks their switch. And then there are different settings. I think up to 7 settings, at least with the wireless one, you can set up too. So that's a nice thing to try. They are about $255. So they are a pricier item, but is just really nice and helps kids, help them do groups when you're doing cooking or different activities.
Hello, today we're going to talk about the PowerLink 4. PowerLink 4 is a reliable, affordable, easy to set up and use environmental control unit that provides switch-accessible control for up to 2 electrical devices. It also offers 6 unique modes of control, so you can define exactly how and for how long electrical appliances will be turned on. PowerLink 4 is switch accessible and will accept almost any single wired switch, as well as the AbleNet Wireless Mini Beamer, Jelly Beamer, or Big Beamer switches. PowerLink 4 is available in 4 international versions: North America, United Kingdom, Continental Europe, and Australia. To set up the PowerLink 4 with a wireless switch, turn both the PowerLink 4 and wireless switch on. On the side of the PowerLink 4 that you wish to pair the wireless switch with, hold the status button down for 6 to 10 seconds until the light turns solid green. Activate the wireless switch. The light will blink red, then green, confirming that it is paired. Then press the status button to exit linking mode. If you wish to use a wired switch, simply plug the switch into the jack on the right or left side. The PowerLink 4 has 6 modes of appliance control. Pressing the mode button repeatedly will cycle through the modes of control. Direct mode keeps the appliance on only while the switch is activated. Once released, the appliance will turn off. Latch mode allows for one activation of a switch to turn the corresponding appliance on. The second activation turns it off. Use the latch mode when you want an appliance, such as a lamp, to remain on indefinitely. The timed seconds mode allows the appliance to run for a preset amount of time from 1 to 99 seconds with a single activation. Press the plus or minus button on the interface to adjust the time in between activations. The timed minutes mode allows the appliance to run for a preset amount of time from 1 to 99 minutes with a single activation. 2-switch mode requires 2 simultaneous switch activations to turn the appliance on. When activated, all attached appliances will activate in direct mode. Count mode behaves like direct mode, showing the number of activations on the display counter. Once you are familiar with the PowerLink 4, you will be able to change and manage modes with ease. But just in case, we have instructions included on the back for quick reference. To learn more about the PowerLink 4 from AbleNet or our entire line of products, visit us at www.ablenetinc.com.
All right, so the next item up is the little step-by-step with levels. And this is an AAC device that plays a series of messages in the order that they're recorded. It's pretty simple, but we'll watch a quick video to see how it works.
Hello. Today we're going to talk about the big and little step-by-step with levels dedicated speech generating devices for augmentative and alternative communication. Both the big and little step-by-step with levels are often referred to as sequential message communicators because they play back a series of messages in the sequence that they were recorded in.
How was your day?
My day was wonderful. How was your day?
Sequential messages can be used in reading a story, counting, asking a series of questions, participating in a conversation, and more. Every classroom and resource center should have a big or little step-by-step with levels in their toolkit. While both of these communication devices look different, a majority of the features and functionality are the same. The main difference between the big and little step-by-step with levels is the size of the activation surface. The big step-by-step with levels features a large 5-inch activation surface, while the little step-by-step with levels features a smaller 2.5-inch activation surface. Both devices include 4 colored switch caps that can easily be changed to meet the needs of the user. A clear snap cap that attaches to the colored switch top is included and is used to attach a picture symbol to the device to help reinforce what will be said when the switch top is activated. A 3.5mm 1/8-inch switch input jack and toy appliance output jack are included on both devices. Lastly, both devices feature 3 recording levels. These levels enable you to record 3 separate sets of messages with a total record time of 4 minutes to the device and then use them as they are needed throughout the day. Setup of the big and little step-by-step with levels is easy. Before getting started, insert a 9-volt battery into your device. The battery door is found on the bottom of the device. Once the battery is installed, you are ready to begin recording your sequence of messages. To start the recording process, select the level you would like to record to. Turn your device on by moving the volume control to the on position and turning the volume up about halfway. Press and hold the record button until the red record light turns on. Then release the record button. Press and hold the switch top down until you hear a beep and talk into the device to record your message, and repeat to record more messages. When you are done recording, press the record button again to exit record mode.
How was your day? My day was great.
Now that you have your sequence of messages recorded, you can change the color of the switch top, add a picture symbol, or attach an external switch to meet the accessibility requirements of the user.
How was your day?
If you would like to activate a switch-adapted toy or appliance when a message is played, there is one additional step that needs to be completed during the message recording process. After you have recorded a message, continue to hold down the switch top on the device and quickly tap the record button. This will program the device to activate the toy appliance output jack when the message is
How was your
played.
day?
You can assign the activation of the toy appliance output jack to one message or multiple messages on the device. Once you are familiar with the message recording process, you will be able to easily change out messages on the fly to meet the needs of almost any communication scenario throughout the day. To learn more about big or little step-by-step with levels from AbleNet, or our entire line of products, visit us at www.ablenetinc.com.
So for this one, some of the ways that I've seen this used are for some typical greetings, like you saw in the video, but then also with that toy jack output piece, with the ability to add things like my turn, your turn, and that type of language into activities for students as well. So it's a pretty cool.
And
include kids.
I'm sorry. I'm
Go
also
ahead.
using it to do a bingo, a virtual bingo, because it will hold up. I think it was like 30 numbers I was able to put on there. So it was a quick one that we could easy for someone to just tap and play and be the bingo caller.
Awesome. All right. Tina, you want to take talking breaks?
I haven't used these as much, but they are little and they have magnetics on the back. that you can put them on like a file cabinet or where you're using them in your classroom or in other rooms that students can just touch them quickly to say a greeting, or maybe during a game, like it's my turn, your turn. It's one thing that's nice is they're just smaller. They're easier to put in a backpack or someone to carry in their pocket if this child isn't able to carry them. So that's why I like them, that they're just smaller and universal, kind of, you can put them in places where you need them.
Hi, my name is Jason Voyevich, and I'd like to introduce you to Talking Bricks, one of AbleNet's easiest single message communicators. As you can see, Talking Bricks are thin, light, and portable, easy to mount virtually anywhere with a small Velcro strip or the built-in magnet. Each Talking Bricks communicator features 10 seconds of recording time, which is perfect for simple messages, personal reminders, or even identifying objects around the room. If you choose, you can remove the clear plastic cover and add your own picture symbol for even more meaningful communication. Now, one of the most innovative features of Talking Bricks is the ability to connect them together. In seconds, I can create a simple sentence, some sequential messaging, or if I need to, I can charge them all through one port. Let's quickly record a new message. I simply flip the switch to on the back of the Talking Bricks and hold down the activation surface. In 5 seconds, I'm ready to go. We'll see the light turn on. Talking Bricks is really fun. Talking Bricks are sold in groups of 3, but as you can see, you can add as many as you like. For more information about Talking Bricks or any of AbleNet's communication devices, visit ablenetinc.com.
All right, so our next item that's also available in our lending library is the Switch Adapted Music Box by R.J. Cooper. And this provides access to music, audiobooks, podcasts, whatever it is that you load onto the MP3 player that's included in the Switch Adapted Music Box. The student has access to be able to play. And, oh, the video isn't there. We just, maybe I can find a link to it super quick. But RJ Cooper just sent us a video last night, and I uploaded it this morning, but I'm not sure why it's not in
Oh,
this
Krista, I
version.
took the link out because the link said something like, be sure to add video.
Oh, yep, I added a video this morning, but I will, maybe while we jump to the next one, I will grab that link and put it in the
And
chat
I
box.
know there is a Bluetooth one too, that some things will be activated through Bluetooth and that speaker on there too.
Yep, yeah, so why don't you jump to the next one, and I will pull up that link super quick.
Introducing the wireless skoog.
Music for everyone.
All right, so the skoog is a device that works on its own to make music, but you can also use it together with apps like GarageBand to be able to play along with music that's being played over your device. So it works together with an iPad or an iOS device, and the color coding goes along with what's on the screen, and it can also just be used on its own. You don't have to use the screen. It automatically adjusts to the key of the music that's being played, so it really allows anyone who's able to access those touch panels to be able to create and make music with the music that it's connected to. So it's a pretty cool device. It also can be used as a communication aid when you use it together with the Skoog Access app. And there's a lot that kind of goes into it and how you can use it. And I have a couple links here that you can follow to take a look at what the Skoog can do. But we do have this available in our lending library as well. And Julie, were you able to pull up that YouTube video? All right, so RJ Cooper just loaded this into YouTube for us at midnight last night, so I want to make sure we played it.
Adapted MP3 player, and it consists of the actual player. And I've got one switch plugged in for play pause, and another switch for next song.
Let's see here. Sorry, he sent me 2 links. This is for just
That's okay, Krista. I wonder if we don't want to just link it in the slides and make sure that people can go back and watch that one.
Definitely. So this one's that's the standalone player. But he did, I'm sorry, I found the wrong email. So I'm going to copy the link address and put it here, and we'll make sure that it's in the slides for you. But there's the correct one in the chat there. Sorry about that. But either way, so the way that the RJ Cooper Switch Adaptive Music Box works is that you're just able to use either the buttons that are on that box. If you want to go back to that page, Julie, the buttons on the box to play or go back or forward in the within the MP3 player, or you can also hook up a switch to it, to 3 different switches to it to activate those different buttons as well. So we'll get the correct video link in there for everybody else later on.
And one thing, when you get this, it's hard to know where to find the MP3 player, the little chip or whatever. And it's in the back. There's a little door that you have to pull out, and then you can load music onto it.
Yeah, and his shows you how to do it in the video. All right, so I think we can move on to how we check these items out. That's you, Shannon.
All right, hi, I'm Shannon Pruhl. I'm the technology coordinator at the Northern Lights Special Ed Co-op, and we are in ESCO. And so I'm just gonna go over how to check out all these items and many more. On the next slide, it will show what link to go to. So this is on the Northland Learning Center's website. They host our AT lending library. They physically have the items there, and they're in Virginia, Minnesota. And on their website, on the lower left-hand corner, you can see there's a link for the Region 3 Lending Library. And if you go to the next slide, I think it'll show what the form looks like. So yeah, it's just a basic Google form, and it gives you some directions at the top. You can get the item for 6 weeks. It will go to the admin assistant up there. Her name is Amy, and she's really good. And I apologize, I don't know her hours during COVID, or if she's in frequently or not. But in the past, she's been really good about mailing that out right away. She'll get it to you if you complete this form. And even if somebody, go ahead.
Excuse me. I have not had an issue with her even since this last month, I would say. She gets it right away, and I have it within a day or 2. She is super fast.
Yeah, and there is a link at the top of this form to see all the different items that are in the lending.
Yeah. Julie, do we have a second? Can we click on that link to see the inventory? And if for some reason, there it is, when you pull this up, it's a really big Google sheet. I sometimes have a hard time finding things. So I will do a Control F to find items. Like if you wanted to find the skoog, I just do a Control F and then type in skoog. And then it'll bring me right to the line, because I don't remember how many we have in here, a couple hundred items. And that's okay. You don't have to bring up the skoog. But if you also, you'll notice on the name of the AT item in that column, some of the items have pictures because we were able to take pictures of it. If you click on that link, it would pop it up, but Julie Ray might not be showing that right now. But just know you can see pictures of the devices if there's a link there. And then if you scroll to the right, you can see who has checked it out. Yep, over there in availability column. And if it's something is checked out, still fill out the Google form and she'll put you on the wait list. So.
And if you have questions, just email Amy and say, do you have this? I didn't see it on the list. So she'll help you out that way too.
Yep, so pretty easy, fill out the form, send it, and then Amy will send it to you. And then in the past, the directors have had monthly meetings where you could send it back with them, but I don't know if they're doing those right now. So you may, yeah, so Julie's saying no, they're not doing them. You probably will be responsible for mailing the device back. And the 6 weeks is the checkout period. And then I think on the next slide is the summary, I believe, of everything I just told you. So if you don't remember what I've told you here, just click on that link, how to access, and you can keep that document for your reference.
All right. I was surprised when that Q&A slide came up. I was like, oh gosh, yeah, you guys went through a ton of great content, but time flies when you're having a good time. So yeah, I'd just like to open it up to questions. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to type in the chat window, or you can, of course, unmute yourself using Control D or Command D, or clicking on the microphone to ask any questions that you have of our 3 presenters here today. And while we're waiting for those questions to come in, feel free to interrupt me, and again, or to type them in the chat window. I'll go through some last minute pieces here too. Just a reminder, last week's office hours, we had Amy Perrin with the STAR program talk about some device loans. Those are always listed on our Region 3 AT YouTube channel, so feel free to look at those recorded videos. And then coming up next week, we have Cassie Letourneau, who's a Setting 3 DCD teacher. We've had a lot of people asking about Setting 3 classrooms in distance learning, and she's going to be talking about some of the things that she does to engage her students. So that is next week, so make sure that you register for that. And upcoming, we have some open office hours where you can come and ask any questions that you'd like, share resources that you found really helpful. So the 2 weeks after Cassie is here, December 9th and 16th, we will have open office hours. Then on January 6th, we will have Jody Stacken talking about Switch and Tobii Dynavox use, again in distance learning. And January 13th, we'll have Sherry Walker with Book Creator. We've got some other great ones scheduled in January too, so keep an eye out for those registrations. As you walk away from today, make sure that you think about just one thing. What was one tool that you saw today that you might want to check out from our Region 3 AT Lending Library that might work for one particular student in the environment that you're seeing them, for the tasks that you want them to complete. A big thank you to our 3 guests from the AT Community of Practice for presenting today. And a big thanks to everyone for attending. You'll get a recording of this session once it's uploaded into YouTube, and you can always contact me at my email address there. So I'll stop the recording now, but we will hang around and make sure that we can answer any questions